on the power hours. Oh yeah, check it out, I'm lit up now. Today, small task, steering wheel, got to figure this out. I really want to cover that right there with that right there. That's the leftovers from the dash. That's all I had left. Hoping that piece is big enough. I want to cover this, but I can't figure out how to get these two parts separated. So I may have to, I don't know, duck and cover and tuck, whatever it's called. So just glue it on and then try and tuck it in, because I can't get them separated. These corner pieces, you either melted together or there's some tab that I can't get to. I don't really want to break this piece, but I thought these little things were the key to it, so I took the springs off and tried to, see if these were part of the clip, and they're not. So anyway, I just took the binding off of this, and I was gonna open it up, get rid of it. Oh yeah, you're watching it live. That's kind of funny, all the dirt. It's almost like doing the carbon fiber painting. All the dirt comes through there. You don't even need that thing. So I noticed a crack over here and a crack somewhere else right there. So I have to probably epoxy those up. Oh man. And get those cleaned up, because of course this is the main interface for the controls here in the cockpit of the Karmann Ghia, and by God, this has got to be nice, right? Don't want to half-ass this one. This is where you do your business. This is where you keep her between the ditches and out of the cabbage. So I'll come back. We'll work a little bit together tonight. I noticed there's, I don't want to say lack of content, there just hasn't been a lot of big vids out there lately, and I'll try and get you hooked up tonight with a decent one, a little steering wheel repair. There we can sort of see the damage. This side's a little bit worse, so yeah, we'll just have to grind those out and get a little epoxy in there. I kind of cleaned everything up. I had to use some steel wool to get some of the gook off, but this must have been around somewhere where I was painting once upon a time, because there's little paint specks all over it, so I have to figure out a way to get those cleaned out, all those little cracks there. Just using a little 80 grit to clean up these spots here. Give it a little tooth on the inside there. Missed one little spot over here. Go do that. There's a good shot of it. We've hit it with the 80 grit to give it some tooth, cleaned it all out, and there's the other one there. Got the back sides. If it's cracked all the way around, you got to get it all the way around. You got to take care of the whole crack. There's actually a piece of steel that you can see here that runs up through here, and my suspicion is this cracks where it meets the steel, and it usually cracks in a spot like this. Sometimes they crack out here, you see them, but it's usually close to this point, because that's where all the stress is. So when you're turning this, stress comes back through here to go through the middle axle there to turn the wheels. So we'll get this epoxied up. We're going to use the typical stuff I use, and I talk about this stuff every time I use it, but we got her from the old Air Force, or this is the stuff they used in the Air Force. I don't know if it's actually from the Air Force, I doubt it, but this is the stuff they use in the Air Force. I think they hold planes together with it. Comes out green like this, so it's a green, one part white, one part green epoxy, and it's tough stuff. There's the number on it if you want it, 3M 1838, and it's an AB. So we'll mix some of that up and then put it in the wheel there. We've got equal amounts, A and B, and it's green and white, so that's always nice. And I like to take paint sticks and sort of cut them into thin pieces, then I sharpen the end of them, which of course you can't see now. I like to sharpen the end of it so that I can get them down into the tight spaces. And the nice thing about this green and white is that you can tell when it's good and mixed up. Sort of lose all the white streaks and it becomes a real nice even color. I probably over mix just a little bit just to make sure. Nothing worse than having a soft chunk in the middle of your epoxy. So we'll just start in here. And we'll definitely be doing this in 2 lifts. I don't think there's any way to get enough epoxy in there without getting air bubbles and stuff. I'd rather take the time and make it right than get it done quick. So I could never make money in this business. And you can kind of see there was a big air bubble that kind of worked its way out. So you got to be real careful with that stuff. You sure don't want an air bubble down in there. Not on something like this. And this epoxy has a body that it kind of stays where you put it. That's a nice thing. It flows a little bit, but it pretty well stays put. I'm going to start on the other side, and what I'm going to do is sort of clean up my first side. So I don't have to spend hours and hours sanding off my overlap there, and we'll just stick it in this side. This stuff does have a pretty long working time too. I want to get it way down in there. Let it set up till tomorrow, and we'll come back and finish it. I'm going to clean it up a little bit before I turn in for the night. We'll just clean up the little spots here. That was not even my power hour. That was my power 45 minutes maybe. Power 30 minutes, power half hour tonight. So we'll let that set up. That's how it looks all cleaned up. So, alright. Don't mention me though.